The Grand Theft Auto series features an extensive and ever-expanding lineup of vehicles. Among these, a few have become iconic staples that reappear in every installment. This select group includes vehicles such as the Stallion, the Cheetah, and the Infernus, but leading this iconic lineup is the Bravado Banshee. The Bravado Banshee earned its legendary status with its official debut in one of the most influential and successful games ever made, Grand Theft Auto 3. The Banshee captured the hearts of players looking for a car that was fast enough to jump over the bridge that was destroyed during the opening sequence of the game. Although I never cleared the jump, I don't think it was ever about the destination, but perhaps it was about the journey itself. This was the game that made me fall in love with the Banshee, and it's the reason I still drive it around in GTA Online today. I was breaking into the dealership over and over again just to get my hands on the blue and white Banshee. Little did I know that this car would go on to be one of the most widely recognized and legendary cars in the entire Grand Theft Auto series. In GTA 3, the Banshee is primarily inspired by the Dodge Viper RT10 and the SR1, which is instantly noticeable when comparing them side to side, from the unique rims to the overall curved shape of the body. The next step in the evolution of the Banshee takes an unexpected turn with GTA Vice City. This is where the design takes a different approach and no longer adheres to the typical Dodge Viper appearance, but instead it draws inspiration from the Chevrolet Corvette C4. This is likely due to the fact that Vice City's time period was set in the 1980s, but it wasn't until the early 1990s that the first Dodge Viper was manufactured. The Banshee featured in GTA Advance mirrors the design seen in GTA 3 with the long hood and classic stripe down the middle. Some fans would even argue that this version even shared similarities with the Rumbler from GTA 2. GTA San Andreas reintroduces the same Banshee model from Grand Theft Auto 3 with noticeable graphical improvements that are largely seen in the refined textures that would be expected from a newer release. The time period for the game is in the 1990s, so that's why we see the classic model return. Rockstar's next entry into the series was Grand Theft Auto 4, and it completely revolutionized the gaming industry. This release introduced a new level of realism and immersion to the open world series. This game marked the beginning of the HD universe, characterized by the advanced graphics, intricate storylines, and highly detailed environments. Everything from the map to the character models and vehicles, including the Bravado Banshee, were completely reinvented. The Banshee's design has been modernized to keep up with the game's time period, with it being set in 2008. It's still primarily based on a Dodge Viper for the overall shape of the body, while incorporating elements from other vehicles, such as the headlights from the Mazda RX-7 and the front bumper from the Honda S2000, the rear tail lights from the Aston Martin DB9, and the interior is based on the Toyota Supra. All these come together and create one of the most beautiful and iconic vehicles of the HD universe. Chinatown Wars had a few different versions of the Banshee, I guess you could say, with the DS version of the game sharing a similar appearance to the Phoenix or even the Vice City version of the Banshee, while the PSP and iOS versions seem to look a little bit closer to the GTA 4 version. Grand Theft Auto 5's Banshee uses the exact same model from GTA 4, enhanced with more refined and detailed textures. Then in January 2016, GTA Online received an update that would introduce the Banshee 900R. This was a highly customizable wide-body variant that you could get by upgrading the regular Banshee over at Benny's original Motorworks. This provided the players with loads of options in terms of customization, which is why it didn't take long for this car to become a fan favorite amongst the GTA community. Not for its performance and handling, but for the customization alone. The 900R is still the latest iteration of the Banshee, unless you wanted to count the HSW upgrade available at the LS car meet, but we won't be counting that as it's pretty much just a performance upgrade. Grand Theft Auto 6 is set to be released in 2025, and eagle-eyed fans have spotted the Bravado Banshee making its return in the reveal trailer. Some are even speculating if Rockstar are paying homage to one of their fans based on the paint job that was applied to the car. Of course, it's probably not the case, but I like to pretend it is. The Banshee is so legendary that back in September of 2013, Rockstar Games teamed up with West Coast Customs to convert a 2006 Dodge Viper SRT10 into a real-life Bravado Banshee and give it away to celebrate the launch of Grand Theft Auto 5. You don't even have to be a fan of the Grand Theft Auto series to appreciate the attention to detail that went into crafting this car. From the custom body parts to the handcrafted interior, this is truly a one-of-a-kind car and a must-have for any car collector. The vehicle had an estimated value of $180,000 and it was won by a 56-year-old grandmother whose son actually purchased the game at a GameStop using her credit card, making her the legal owner of the Bravado Banshee. But the Banshee was pretty high maintenance, and due to the limited storage, it was a very impractical car for a family, and they realized that a race car was probably not what they needed at the time. Eventually, they auctioned off the car and put the money towards her son's college education. The ownership of the car bounced around a little bit, just like your mother, and unfortunately, the value of the Banshee began to plummet, selling for as little as $30,800. Eventually, the Banshee made its way into an episode of the TV show Better Call Saul. You'll see this in the opening scene of the episode where two guys walk through this garage, and hidden in the background, you'll see the Banshee. In the second shot, you'll even see the words Grand Theft Auto written across the top of the windshield. Not long after the episode aired, the actual owner of the collection uploaded a complete walk around of the Banshee onto YouTube, showing off all the little details up close for us to see. Later down the track, the Banshee was spotted at the Celebrity Car Museum located in Branson, Missouri, which features a range of vehicles that have been shown in famous movies, TV shows, or in this case, video games. The last we saw of the Bravado Banshee, it was being loaded up onto the back of a trailer as it was sold again, but this time to an unknown buyer. We can only hope that the new owner really appreciates the value of this iconic vehicle and that one day it'll hopefully reappear, perhaps in a museum or an exhibition where fans can once again admire the one and only real-life Bravado Banshee. If you did enjoy today's video, then be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments below what is your favorite car from the Grand Theft Auto series. And if you felt like this video was a bit of a trip down memory lane, then it might be worth checking out my list of 25 things everyone does in GTA Online. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.